Number 33, sharpshooter, 6'3" senior, out of Canal, Winchester, Ohio, a guard, Seth McCoy.
My name is Seth McCoy. I'm a super senior here at Young Harris, and I'm on the men's basketball team. Young Harris kind of chose me in a sense because I was getting recruited out of JUCO. I went to Lewisburg College, and I was kind of under recruited. I was going to walk on at Winthrop, but when we contacted Winthrop, they knew Coach Currier, and they called him and said, "Hey, do you need a shooter?" And Coach Currier told me that he needed a shooter like the desert needed the rain. So choosing Young Harris was a very, very simple choice for me. I started taking it seriously when I was about 12, but basketball has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. Probably I've had a ball in my hand since I was probably 3 or 4. But when I got to middle school, I decided to quit football and quit baseball, and I wanted to put all my time and energy in perfecting my craft in basketball. Oh, the interesting thing about me is that I'm off the market, and I got married about a month ago to the love of my life, Avery Jordan, who is now Avery McCoy. I know she's probably going to be watching this, so I'm going to try to make her blush as much as I possibly can. But she's easily the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. She's the only person that can get me out of my lows and get me back up to my highs. I can't talk enough about her, but seeing her on our wedding day and seeing how much I've cried and how much I got into my emotions just proves how amazing she is, and just she's the light of my life and by far the most important thing to me right now. Well, it's actually kind of funny. So I started getting recruited by Young Harris, and my first move by any school that I start getting recruited by is go look at the girls' rosters, just to kind of see what I'm working with, I guess. But I went on the women's roster first, and I stumbled across her picture, and she was my dad's favorite number, 34. Or no, she wasn't 34. Her favorite number is 34. She was actually 14, which is my mom's favorite number. But she was by far the most beautiful girl that I saw on the roster, and I decided to look her up on Instagram and DM her, and probably the smoothest thing I've ever done in my life is ask her questions about Young Harris and why she likes it. And then I asked for her Snapchat the next day, and we have a streak actually from the first day that I started talking to her till now, and 3 years later we're married, and she's just the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I actually have 2. I'm gonna sadly leave my dad out, even though that he's one of the biggest influences in my life. And he knows I love him. But in terms of basketball, my mom is the first person that's put a ball in my hand, and she's been my trainer. She's been the person I kind of spend every waking moment with during summers and off season. She's the one rebounding for me, putting me through drills, getting up at 5 a.m. with me, and doing all this stuff with me. So in terms of basketball, she's probably the biggest role model that I've had. But in terms of me playing and who I've looked up to, my brother by far is the biggest influence in me. He started playing basketball at a young age and grew really fast and was really, really good in the state of Ohio. And I loved watching him in AAU and traveling everywhere. And what kind of started fueling the fire in me basketball-wise is watching what he's got from basketball. So I was like, oh, cool, like I don't want to just follow him around and play with Power Rangers on the sidelines. I want to actually do this for a living and find success in it. And then he kind of started dwindling down his basketball career, and I started getting a little bit better than he was. And I just remember in high school, we were playing our rival, and the moment that I kind of knew that I made it was when the opposing student section was chanting "Seth is better," and he actually looked at him, stopped what he was doing during warm-ups, and said, "I know." And it was just kind of, that moment was when I was like, okay, the hard work is kind of paying off, and I have him in my corner for the rest of my life. I want to be a shooting coach in the NBA. My goal for forever has been, I just want to be around kids and help kids reach their dreams. For a while, I thought I was going to be a teacher so I could be around kids, but I really want to impact the younger generation and help them love basketball as much as I have. So it's silly to say, but I'm on TikTok at the 6 shooter if you want to follow me. That's the easiest way for me to to grow a platform and all this stuff. I actually have a shooting program coming out this week, so I'm really excited about that launch. But yeah, I want kids to fall in love with basketball the way that I have, and shooting is what I do. So shooting is the skill that I want to teach as many people as possible. We started off a bit rocky, but we've won 3 games in a row. We got a really young team, but I'm super excited in the direction that we're going. We have a lot of positive attitudes. I've been here for 4 years. This is probably my favorite group of guys that I've been around, and that means a lot for me to say that. We had the best preseason that we had, but like I said, we started a little shaky, but we're kind of finding our groove. Coach Courier is an amazing coach. I love playing for him. I wouldn't want to play for anybody else. So we have a great coaching staff, and Coach Lawrence and Coach Mitch. So we got the support. We got everything that we need. We got some great players, great guys. So I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes.
All right, what's your favorite TV show?
TV show is either The Office or New Girl.
What's your favorite sports team?
Golden State Warriors.
Your favorite animal?
And a manatee.
Are you an extrovert or an introvert?
I think I'm an introvert.
And who's your favorite professional athlete?
Steph Curry.
And your favorite genre of music?
I'm all over the place, but my favorite band is 21 Pilots, so whatever genre they are, that's my favorite.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
As long as I'm with Avery, my wife, I'm fine.